Okay. Good, okay. This time I'd like to call to order the August 13th Mount Carmel School Board meeting. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please stand for a moment of silence. Thank you. Please be seated. Roll call.
Mr. Becker?
Here.
Mr. Brett?
Here.
Mr. Gonzalo?
Here.
Mrs. James is absent. Mrs. Latour is here. Mr. Mazzacosta?
Here.
Mr. Bodowning?
Here.
Mr. Zach?
Here.
And Mr. Zanell is absent.
Very good. Moving on to announcements. Superintendent Pete Chadder.
Good evening, everyone. At this point, our administration would like to review our back-to-school update. If everyone at home could follow along, again, everyone at home, if you have any questions, you could certainly chat us those questions in the chat box, and we will get to those towards the end of the meeting. Let's start off the bat with our health and safety plan. MCA has been meeting with local health experts and neighboring school districts to develop our health and safety plan over the summer. We also developed a pandemic team that has been meeting bi-weekly, made up of administrators, teachers, community members, and school board members. This document is found on our main website and is considered fluid in that information and guidance almost changes daily, if not weekly. Our plan will be continually updated based on new information. As all of us realize, all of our planning for the start of the school year can help eliminate as many risks as possible, but obviously no option or plan can completely eliminate or guarantee exposure risk. The major heart and basis of our plan at Mount Carmel area is allow families the option to learn from home until the pandemic ends. And if anyone has fears in returning to school physically, we will move into our virtual option. We will review more details about this coming up later in our PowerPoint. A reminder, there is tons and tons of information on our main website for our families concerning our virtual learning options, including our Tornado e-Learning Academy. So as we mentioned previously during our summer planning, things could change at a moment's notice, and they did this past Monday. On Monday, PDE and the Department of Health issued new guidance for schools as we plan for our fall return. A determining instructional model with COVID pandemic was issued, which designates each county in the state with 3 categories of either a low, moderate, or substantial. The model breaks down the incident rate of COVID-19 in each county per 100,000 residents within the last 7 days. In Northumberland County, we fall within the moderate category. So how does this change back to school for MCA? We would like to review how the guidance from the Department of Health and the PA Department of Education has changed our plans slightly. Due to the recent guidance, we would like to start our school next week with the following transitional hybrid model just for 1 week only. On Monday, August 24th and Tuesday, August 25th, all students with the last names A through L will be in the school physically. On Wednesday, August 26th and Thursday, August 27th, all students with the last names M through Z will be in our school physically. On days that students are not in school physically, students will log on remotely from home. As you can see on the slide, families with multiple last names within the same household may attend on the 24th and 25th. Also, IEP students are encouraged and welcome to attend on August 24, 25, 26, and 27. And all students pre-K, kindergarten, and 1 are in session on August 24, 25, 26, and 27. On Friday, August 28th, we will have a virtual learning day for all students as they complete weekend assignments. Teachers will be available on the 28th to answer any questions that students and parents may have. We feel that these 4 days will allow us to better get our students used to our new COVID procedures, allow us time to roll out our Chromebook inventory, and allow more transition times that are desperately needed for our district, which has been off school since March. Our goal and expectation that as on Monday, August 31st, school will fully open for all students as previously stated. Our options remain the same as families may choose virtual learning versus coming into school physically. which I'll review on the next slide. So parents and guardians can choose to keep their children at home and learn virtually. All families can choose this option. We will ask that guardians provide us with your decision by the 1st of every month. Again, under this option, students will keep up with their schedule from home using a synchronous live instructional option. Asynchronous options will also be available, and classroom assignments will be asked to be completed within 24 hours for attendance purposes. More information on the virtual option is available on our main website, and I encourage families to please reference those videos and informational pieces. So again, as mentioned on our last slide, we will be using a synchronous learning option by where students will be logging on to specific Google Classroom sites at specific times of the day. Students and families who have already chosen the virtual learning option for grades 7 through 12 may pick up their MCA issued Chromebook this coming Tuesday, August 18th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the junior senior high main office. Parents will need to bring with them a signed release form, which is found on our main website. And the form is seen here on the slide. Elementary age students choosing the virtual option will be contacted individually to pick up their Chromebook. A reminder that all students at MCA this school year in grades 5 through 12 will have their own personal Chromebook once they arrive from delivery. Grades K through 4 will have classroom level cards, but again, students in grades K through 4 who choose the virtual option will receive an MCA issued Chromebook. Let's look at our next slide detailing what's new about attendance. Students attending in-person instruction will be tracked as normal. Students attending virtually will be expected to log on daily to their class schedule live, or they can view their teacher's recorded video lesson at a later time and then complete a daily assignment for attendance tracking purposes. We will ask all parents and guardians to choose by the 1st of every month their desire to keep their child in person or attend virtually. Please reach out to your building administrator if you have any questions. Let's look at some changes based on the school year due to the pandemic in relation to our bell schedule. The junior senior high entry time, as you can see, has been pushed back to from 7:10 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. Breakfast will be available in a grab and go format. All students will be expected to be in the building by 7:42 a.m. We made this change to best accommodate social distancing guidelines. A long-standing tradition at MCA was for students to socialize in our hallways before the start of school. But again, due to social distancing concerns, we must push back the entry time to coincide with our staff entering the building. The pandemic bell schedule will be found on our main website tomorrow morning. Bus routes and bus times will also be added to our website tomorrow morning. But expect just simply to add 20 minutes to your bus run from last year. For example, if a bus picked you up at 7:05 last year, expect your new bus pickup time to simply be 7:25. The elementary school building will be open at 8:50 a.m. with all students expected to be in by 9:10 a.m. Walkers will be dismissed at 3:15 and bus riders dismissed at 3:20. Pre-K counts will have a start time of 8:45 and a dismissal time of 2 p.m. Again, please check out the elementary website for details concerning the elementary schedule. A major part of our health and safety plan for the coming school year will be for all parents and guardians to complete a self-screening of their child at home before sending them to school. We are following CDC guidelines and how this process should be completed. Our high school nurse, Mrs. Leanne Ryan, has a video on our main website that describes this process and reviews a great tool provided by the CDC to help parents with the screening process. More information is found within our back to school informational video, again found on our main website. The main message we want parents and guardians to understand that is if your child is exhibiting any symptoms, they're expected to stay home. New this year will be the availability for children to log on to their Google Classroom to complete work while at home. It is also very important for parents and guardians to provide their most up-to-date contact information, including phone number and email, in the event we would need to contact you during the school day. What is new? Also new is our ability for students to carry water bottles in school only. No other drinks will be allowed besides clear water bottles. We are making this decision based on the inability to use water fountains due to the pandemic. Students may also use clear or mesh backpacks to carry their belongings during the school day. Again, clear and mesh only. Any other backpack must be placed in a student locker. With our return to school, let's also discuss briefly our dress code expectations. The Mount Carmel area administration recognized the need to temporarily relax the dress code during the COVID pandemic. In no way does our district have a desire to relax the dress code permanently. But until we get out of the pandemic situation, students who attend school in person may follow dress down day guidelines. Hoods will not be allowed. Holes in jeans will not be allowed. Cargo pants and spandex is still not allowed. But again, we will allow dress down day guidelines to be followed. We will assess the COVID situation almost monthly, and we will give plenty of heads up when we feel more comfortable bringing back full dress code guidelines. And again, in no way is our school board or our administration eagerly looking to relax the dress code permanently. Reminder on face coverings. All students will be expected to wear face coverings while on our buses and at our school. Our school district purchased MCA face gaiters for all students and staff. They'll be given out on the first day of school. Student-owned masks can also be worn, but we are encouraging our students to wear a Mount Carmel area face covering. Only one will be given out per student. We are following the current governor mitigation guidelines that is posted here for you to review. According to the guidelines, there are only certain times of the day that students can take off their masks, as you can see. Eating and drinking when spaced at least 6 feet apart. Seated at your desk or assigned workspace 6 feet apart. Or engaged in an activity at least 6 feet apart, such as breaks, recess, band, choir, etc. We will also be scheduling breaks for students to take off their masks during the day as well. All students will be expected to wear a mask or face shield. Only those with medical documentation will be exempt from the order. And again, in those cases, students would be expected to wear a face shield. Lunch will be available for our virtual students as well as according to the following schedule. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 12:30 to 1 in the junior senior high school and 1:15 to 1:45 in the elementary. Mount Carmel area will again be offering free lunch to all students under the community eligibility provision of the U.S. Department of Nutrition Services to all students this school year. A la carte items will be available for student purchase as normal. For more information about how to deposit money into your child's account, please check out the main district website. And again, the times you see on the screen are for those students that have chosen the virtual option. I know a lot of information was just reviewed during this presentation, but please get in the habit of checking out our main website for the most up-to-date information concerning the COVID-19 pandemic. Please see our administration's back to school question and answer video, our back to school fact sheet, and more information on your options for your child in this coming school year. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank our administration and teaching staff. The administration continues to work long hours in preparation for the opening of school. Our teaching staff, as always, is the rock of our school district. They are continually supportive of our administration and constantly have a positive attitude and know that all decisions being made are in the best interest of our students. We are truly blessed to have the teaching staff that we have at MCA. A final reminder to all of our MCA families that we will overcome this pandemic together. While things seem difficult right now, we truly feel that we will emerge from this pandemic stronger than ever. Please refer any last-minute questions you may have to myself in my district office or admin team at your respective school building. And that is it at this time.
Thank you very much. We're moving on to approval of minutes. Motion is needed to approve the minutes of the July 16, 2020 regular board meeting.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Brecker.
Just know when you have it, then when I'm done, you can, if you're after me, you can click it right back.
All in favor? Aye. Those opposed?
Hit the mute button, let's over there.
None.
Let's go over to the
You're
camera.
going to have a PTA representative this evening. Okay, recognition of guests desiring to speak.
I don't know.
This also include the virtual.
Might have
If
to.
anybody
I don't know. Well, they're not gonna, like, I
on the
can.
video would like to
They could be looking at it. Just go back.
items, I don't know if that's posted on our website or not. The agenda, maybe we should put that up on our website the day before the meeting, put our agenda up so they can.
Yes, Mr. Muldowney, we will put the PowerPoint that we just reviewed on our main website, as well as the agenda. If anyone would like to follow along with our agenda, it is currently on our main website. And there's one comment that came in through our webinar chat, and the panelist is asking, what does it mean to be in session August 24th to 27th? My son will be starting first grade does he follow the calendar or does he go to school personally on the 24th to 27th? So again, since your son is in first grade, we will be expecting your son to be in every day, the 24th, 25th, 26th, and 27th, as well as kindergarten. That is being offered to pre-K, kindergarten, first grade. And one other question came in. Are the children eating breakfast and lunch in the classrooms? Grab and go breakfast will be in the rooms, but lunch will be divided between 2 locations so we can maintain 6 feet social distance. We will be utilizing the gymnasium and the cafeteria in both buildings.
Thank you. That's all we have is the 2. Okay. Moving on to administrative reports.
At this time, Mr. Muldowney, I'd like to just recognize our maintenance staff who have been doing an excellent job preparing our buildings for the start of school. I know our principals are about to give their reports. We'll get into much more details, but again, a big thank you to Mr. Fagley and all of our maintenance and custodial staff who's been doing a great job leading into the school year.
Very good. I support that as well. We have no other principal reports since we did not have anything for school.
No, it's gonna be online.
Okay, they're going to be online. Okay. Moving on to senior high school principal's report.
Yes, good evening, everyone. I just have a brief report. I'd like to just inform everybody that schedules have been distributed to all students in grades 7 through 12. Junior and senior schedule.
Mrs. Rana, if you could hear us, you might be muted on your end.
Not muted. I'm not muted.
You're good now, Mrs. Rana.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. Schedules have been distributed in grades 7 through 12 to all students. Junior and senior high schedule changes took place today. Additional changes will take place tomorrow. All other changes will be completed during school time. And I'd like to just give a special thank you to our guidance office, Mrs. Nestigo and Mrs. Darrap, who have worked very hard to get schedules ready and have been working on schedule changes. That's all I have right now. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Junior high school, Mr. Dara.
Good evening. Junior high schedules are done as well. If any student did not pick one up, they are available at the school in office hours from 8 to 3 o'clock. They're also available online on the SIS to view. And I would like to thank our secretaries, Deb Parkansky, Marcy Mariello, and Cassandra Niglio.
Thanks, Coach. Elementary, Ms. Nestico.
Hi, it's Amanda Stepanowski here. The pre-K orientation is Monday, August 17th from 12:30 to 2 o'clock in the elementary school cafeteria. Letters were sent out today to the pre-K students with all of the important information. Our kindergarten orientations are broken down into 3 evenings, Tuesday, August 18th, Wednesday, August 19th, and Thursday, August 20th. Again, letters were sent home to those parents with specific dates and times. Our first grade through 6th grade teachers are working on virtual open house videos, which will be posted on their Google Classroom at some point next week. Our schedule for Chromebook pickup in the elementary school for the students who will be attending school from home online with Mount Carmel area teachers. 5th and 6th grade is Monday, August 17th from 10 to 12. 3rd and 4th grade is Tuesday, August 18th from 10 to 12. Kindergarten, 1st and 2nd grade is Wednesday, August 19th from 10 to 12. If you can't make one of those times due to your work schedule, you can contact the elementary office to set up another time. We are also working on a virtual tour of the elementary school for new students to view, and we'll have that posted on our website shortly. The yearbooks, we're still waiting for them to arrive. And again, we would also like to thank our custodial staff as well as our secretaries for all the work that they have been doing this summer.
Thank you very much. Moving on to special education, Mrs. Edmondson.
Hello, good evening, everybody. Yes, everyone has been working very hard this summer. We're preparing, for our students, either virtually or to be in the building. Any parents, if they have any questions specifically for the special education department, they can call the special ed office. And we're working on, finishing up our our preparations, and we're excited to get back to it. And I'd also like to thank Mrs. Rachel Elgin. She's been worked so hard over the summer, helping everything get ready. Hopefully we'll see you all soon.
No, he just didn't recognize me.
Bradley? Okay, he's not on. Moving on to athletics. Mr.
No,
Sakavich?
Mr. Fegley's here.
Okay,
Yes, good evening. As Mr. Stellar mentioned, I want to compliment our maintenance and custodial staff on working extremely hard. And when you throw in the hot weather that we've had all summer, I mean, they've been really working hard. So I'm proud of that. They've all been briefed on COVID-19. We had an awesome training today that I had a representative from Johnson Diversity, which is the product line that we have. I had him come in and the training went well. He explained everything. And everybody was there, which is a good thing, that they know that they're an integral part of our district here and making it function. As was mentioned before, our product lines are all EPA registered and fighting the COVID-19. We're stepping up our cleaning and disinfecting procedures this year. Just to name a few changes: the school entrances, the offices, the restrooms, and hand railings will be cleaned numerous times a day. We've also installed divider curtains in certain areas and rooms. Social distance social distance labels and directional arrows will be on the floors throughout both buildings. That'll be taking place next week. All rooms that have classroom sinks in them, they're now equipped with a soap and towel dispenser on top of the hand sanitizer dispensers that we installed a few years ago. So there's a lot of protection in each classroom. And finally, we recently finished up installing new carpeting in high school principal suite. That was done by our staff in-house, and it looks awesome. And that's all I have.
thank you, Mr. Bradley. Athletic Director, Mr. Sakavich.
Thank you, Mr. Muldowney. I just want to, first of all, everybody's giving compliments out. I want to give compliments out to our coaches and their staffs on working all summer with our kids under the various conditions that are going on there. I will say that as of June 30th, we had to move into a return to play plan from the PIAA, which we went in a multi-phase plan with our summer practices, and that went to August 10th. At that point in time, we developed our own athletic health and safety plan, which we will be passing tonight, which is incorporated into our entire school district safety plan, which will incorporate a lot of the things that we have been doing all summer, protecting our athletes as they play. So again, we are doing everything we can with our athletes. We hope we continue and move forward with our athletic season. I have really not much to report, as we all saw in the media. Right now, regular practice begins on August 24th for fall sports, and September 11th will be our first competitions. Right now, that's all I can say right now. There will be more information coming forward, and we look forward to bringing that to everyone's attention. That's all I have, and I'll move it back to you, Mr. Muldowney.
Thank you, Greg. Moving on to athletic items, the agenda is posted on our website. There's additional items 5 and 6, which I will read. Number 5 would be to approve the Carmel Cougars youth football team to join the Heartland Conference Youth Football League for the 2020 fall sports season only, and to play under the title of the Mount Carmel Area Youth Red Tornadoes pending completion of the agreement. And number 6 reads, approve the following Carmel Cougars coaches as volunteer football coaches for the 2020 fall season only. All coaches have their updated clearances. Coaches would be Mike Spears, Michael Higgins, Corey Pizar, Justin Hepworth, and Tom Arbogast. And Aaron Padretti would be the volunteer cheerleading coach. That being said, I need a motion to pass athletic items 1 through 6.
Motion. Second.
Motion by Mr. Brecker, seconded by Mr. Mazettesta.
Roll call. Mr. Brecker,
Yes.
Mr. Britt,
Yes.
Mr. Gonzalo,
Yes.
Mrs. James is absent. Mrs. Latour, yes. Mr. Mazettesta,
Yes.
Mr. Muldowney,
Yes.
Mr. Zach,
Yes.
Mr. Zanella is absent.
Moving on to financial items, a motion needs to approve financial items 1 through 4, that being the treasury report, cafeteria report, athletic fund, and the payment of bills.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Zach,
Second.
second by Mr. Mazettesta. Roll call vote.
Mr. Brecker,
Yes.
Mr. Britt,
Yes.
Mr. Gonzalo,
Yes.
Mrs. James is absent. Mrs. Latour, yes. Mr. Mazettesta,
Yes.
Mr. Muldowney,
Yes.
Mr. Zach,
Yes.
and Mr. Zanella is absent.
Moving on to committee reports, Mount Carmel Area Educational Foundation.
Yes, Mr. Muldowney, the Tornado Alley Stadium bricks and signs have been placed down in our south end zone, the Silver Bowl. Thank you to all those who have made purchases. Please check out our main website and the foundation website for more information on our various fundraisers and projects. No meeting will be tonight. Our next meeting will be after our September board meeting.
Good, very good, thank you. Next item is new business. On our website, we have 1 through 12 posted. We have 2 additional items which I will read. Number 13 would be approved to pay all substitute teachers $100 per day. After 60 days in the same position, the rate will be moved to $150 pay with no benefits. Number 14 reads to approve the agreement between the Central Susquehanna Regional Guest Teacher Training Education Major Consortium and Mount Carmel Area School District for the 2021 school year as per the letter presented. Need a motion to pass new business items 1 through 14.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Brecker,
Second.
second by Mr. Gonzalo.
Roll call. Mr. Brecker,
Yes.
Mr. Britt,
Yes.
Mr. Gonzalo,
Yes.
Mrs. James is absent. Mrs. Latour, yes. Mr. Mazettesta,
Yes.
Mr. Muldowney,
Yes,
Mr. Zach,
Yes.
Mr. Zanella is absent.
very good. Next on the agenda is personnel items. Again, the website has 1 through 17. There are 3 additional personnel items that I will read. Number 18 reads approved maternity leave for employee 102156 per the letter presented in your packet. Number 19 is to hire Laura Jarosevich as a part-time teacher's aide at $8 an hour without benefits with a 6-month probationary period. And number 20 would be to accept the applications and place them on file and add the following to the substitute pending list, pending file completion. So I need a motion to pass items 1 through 20 in personnel.
Motion.
Motion by Jim. Second,
Second.
second by Bill.
Roll call. Mr. Brecker,
Yes.
Mr. Britt,
Yes.
Mr. Gonzalo,
Yes.
Mrs. James is absent. Mrs. Latour votes yes. Mr. Mazettesta,
Yes.
Mr. Muldowney,
Yes, I'm sorry.
that's okay. Mr. Zach,
Yes.
and Mr. Zanella is absent.
Very good. At this time, we again would like to open up the meeting to public announcements and/or questions. I see that we have 2 listed
Yeah,
on
just
that
a
prompter.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Just a couple questions that we have. I'll answer, and we just have one other announcement. So what is the plan moving forward whenever a child or staff member tests positive? Again, there's clear guidance by the Pennsylvania Department of Health of what to do in that case. Currently, right now, the student or staff member will be quarantined for 14 days after the onset of the positive test or symptoms. At least 3 days, must be fever-free. And with no fever-reducing medicine. So again, it looks like Angel, that information is clear on the CDC website and the PA Department of Health, which is what we're following. Sarah is asking, what will the hybrid schedule look like the first week, and will it be available for the website? And again, to be clear, we're only hybrid for 1 week, and then our intention is to go back fully for all students as normal on the 31st of August. And the PowerPoint that I reviewed earlier will be on our main website first thing tomorrow morning. One other comment that I would like to recognize and thank Brett Veach, the general manager for the Kansas City Chiefs. He was in a few weeks ago. Very busy guy. I know he didn't sleep much the 2 days he was in, 48 hours or so. He spent a lot of time. It was very important for him to share the Lombardi Trophy with the Mount Carmel area community. So again, I'd like to thank Brett for doing that. It meant a lot to our community. And again, we wish the Kansas City Chiefs tons of luck in their goal to repeat as champions this school year, or this NFL season.
Yeah. Just to clarify under new business, number 13, approved to pay all substitute teachers $100 per day after 60 days. I think the intent was after 60 consecutive days.
Yeah, 60 consecutive. Yeah.
So maybe somebody make a motion to approve that, number 13.
I'll make a motion. Okay, motion by Mr. Britt,
I'll second it.
second by Mr. Brecker. Thanks. Thank you.
And one other announcement, Mr. Muldowney, as you're doing that. Again, Beth Kazmarek, who's our PTA lead, she's also an employee with us. She and the PTA did a lot of hard work with the Mother Maria Kappa Center, and they obtained a grant in the amount of $3,000 that will help Mount Carmel area install water filling stations to assist students and staff not being able to use the current water fountain. So thank you to the Mother Maria Kappa Center, thank you to Beth, and thank you to the PTA, who's always thinking of the best interest of Mount Carmel area students.
Thank you. I'd also like to thank Mr. Tresker for an excellent job.
Thank you, yes, thank you, Mr. Tresker, good job.
Everybody hooked up? It's almost like an ESPN vote on that.
Yes, we do. We have to vote on that.
This one.
Yes.
Okay.
So we have the
A secondary
amendment
motion.
for 13.
Yes.
Motion was made by Mr. Brett, a second by Mr. Brecker. Mr. Brecker?
Yes.
Mr. Brett?
Yes.
Mr. Gonzalo?
Yes.
Mrs. James is absent. Mrs. Latour votes yes. Mr. Mazzatesta?
Yes.
Mr. Muldowney?
Yes.
Mr. Zach?
Yes.
And Mr. Zanella is absent.
Anybody have anything else? Entertaining a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Mazzatesta, second by Mr. Zach. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Future meeting would be September 17th. That would be our normal regular meeting, the third Thursday of the month. Have a good weekend, everybody. Please stay safe.